Hello, you beautiful, fuck, what? You know what? I'm going to leave this all up to you. Alright, people. If you get into the Discord and you're one of the top 5 people to first respond, then you all can choose my intro that I do for videos. And you'll win a spot. Well, you can enter into a spot for the Abridged series. Well, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series that we will be doing for this channel. So, yeah. But, anywho, this is technically part 1. The last part was part 0. But, this is part 2 to Wolf Deck. It was Yami Yugi. And Yugi Muto, but, yeah. But, anywho. Deku. The last time that we left off, I was packing up to leave from class. And I saw he was, like, waiting there for him. He said, "Dad, you can go on ahead." He says, "Yeah, I'm not going home anywhere. I just thought I could drop you off." And Deku, he said, "No, there's no need." He said, "Alright. Well, I'm leaving, son." He leaves. And then, Bakugo, he walks up to Deku. And he, like, grabs him by, like, his, jacket. And Deku, he's taller than Bakugo now. Like, a solid foot taller. Because Bakugo's only, like, 5'7". It's funny. I'm taller than Bakugo and Deku and Ida and Aizawa. Jesus, why am I so tall, bruh? But anywho, not anyho. Deku, he goes ahead and he asks him, "What do you want?" And he says, Can you help me with something?" Yugi, he says, "Oh, you're using my given name. You must be serious. Alright, what do you need help with?" And he says, "Math and some other things." Deku, he just goes, "Other things being," he says, "advice, and maybe you could help me fix up my sister's room for when she moves in with us." And he says, "Wait, yo Humpty Dumpty ass has a sister? What the fuck?" He says, "Yeah, but anywho, can you help me, please?" Deku, he just says, "Fine, let's go." Deku, he puts his bag over his shoulder. And he walks with Bakugo when they get to Bakugo's house. And Deku, he asks him when she's coming. Bakugo, he says, apparently she's coming at like around 10 tomorrow, since we don't have school. She's already been enrolled to our school. She's in our class. Well, she will be. Ah, off. Sorry. Get off of me. Doggo. Stop. You're going to mess up my charger. Nope. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. But, anywho. Sorry. And, sorry. But, he's just staying in that form. And Bakuro, he has. So that's what you really look like? He says, yeah. And what I really sound like. Since my voice gets deeper, well, deeper to its actual level. But anywho, Deku. He goes and Bakugo's like, yeah, I know the whole voice thing, but to think you're actually that tall. He says, yep, on the way. Hey, someone's looking down on me. If I don't have my quirk on. Well, if I don't have my true appearance, but yeah, you get what I mean. But anywho, when they get to Bakugo's house, he comes in, and Deku, he did his hair like this on the way there. He took off his jacket and folded it up and put it in his bag. And he just had it over his shoulder. And when Michi came, she was like, coming, and Bakugo, he went in, he said, Mom, I'm home. And she says, oh, hi, dear. And she, peeks her head out of the kitchen. She see, he's this, how tall did I make him? Yeah, 6'10". Giant nigga. Looks like he's looks like his name is Mr. Steal Yo Bitch. Surname Mr. Haha, little nigga. You have been defeated. This man finna serve you up a side of defeat on a silver motherfucking platter, my G. But anywho, Deku, he says, hi, ma'am. And she, pulls Katsuki to the side. And she's like, who is this random man that you have brought into my house? Is he a freeloader? Did you promise to give him some money? Is he a drug dealer? And so Deku. He goes ahead. And so, Deku, he's just like sitting down on their couch. And like, Bakugo, he says, "No, Mom, he's a friend from school." And she said, "Oh, really? What's his name?" And she says, "Yami Yugi." Aizawa. But everybody just calls him Yugi. And so she's just like thinking about it. And she's like, And so Deku, he deactivates his quirk, so now he goes into like child mode, I guess. So now he's only like 3 foot something. And so Deku, and his voice was like back to like normal. Okay. Squeaky. But anywho, Deku. Sorry. But she's just asking herself how he goes from, or she's just asking herself why this nigga that legit just straight up bluntly can, if she was guessing, can state that your daughter calls me daddy too. But yeah, and so Deku, he goes ahead and he walks into the kitchen and he says, "So Bakugo, what did you need help with?" And she's like hearing like a squeaky voice, and she looks and she like sees the same kid, hair in a ponytail, but he's like shorter and more childlike. And she's like, "Huh? Who are you? Where's the guy that just was here a minute ago?" And he says, "Oh, that's me." And she says, "Huh? Was your quirk like de-aging?" And he says, "No, this is my quirk." And in his head, he says, "Yu-Gi-Oh." Well, technically, his name is Yu-Gi-Oh Aizawa, but everybody calls him Yugi. You get what I mean. But, he activates it, and he goes back to how he was. And she was just like, okay, never mind. He went from, "Hello, oh, madam," to, yeah, Osa, and, nah. Or, yeah, yo, son finna call me dad real soon. And she's contemplating, like, Mitsuki EXES crash. But he says, "So, Bakugo, what did you need?" I think it's better that I say like this. And he says, "Alright, come on." She already sent over all of her packages, so we just have to get everything unpacked. And he says, "Alright. Where are they?" He says, "Oh, they're all in the garage." He says, "Okay." Deku, he goes ahead, goes into the garage, grabs all of the boxes, and he just has them all like stacked up on top of each other. He's like, "Alright, Where's her room? And so Deku. Sorry. Sorry. Let's all agree on this. Yugi Moto's grandfather is a G. D&M.
Look, it's that Yugi Moto fellow. Hard to believe a pipsqueak like that could defeat the great Pegasus, huh?
But
Cheater can win any game.
anywho.
So, that spiky-haired runt is the Duel Monsters champion. I just can't believe he's the only one who ever beat Pegasus at his own game.
Yugi, if I get detention for this, you're gonna have to
Sorry.
Of course, he'd never be able to beat even greater Duke Devlin in his own games. The die is cast. The trap is set. And soon I will duel Yugi on my battlefield.
But
I'll strip him of his armor and expose to the
Deku.
world what that little worm really is. Nicely put.
He goes ahead
I really hope you know what you're getting into.
and he sets them all down in her room. And he says, "Alright, so where does she want what?"
If I play my cards right, and I always do, it is I who
And he
will be the
says,
next king of games. When you're
I should probably bring in the bed too, huh? And he says, "Yeah, but you're probably gonna need my..." "No, I won't." That's just what Deku says. "No, I won't." He grabs it and he like gets it into her room, puts it there without any help. Just the entire thing. He just moved it all by himself. And all that time, he also applied a new coat of paint.
Hey, how did you become a total expert all of a sudden?
And so, a little thing called a newspaper. You ever heard of it, genius? Like, I want to know how Joey, how he has a freaking New Yorker accent, yet this man is in Japan. Like,
Hey, how is your sister Serenity doing? Great. The eye guy says she's gonna see good as new, and the first thing she's gonna see is my beautiful mug. Wow, Joey, that's awesome news. Yeah.
but yeah. Bruh. But anywho, sorry for getting sidetracked so much. But he goes ahead.
This party started.
And
Showtime.
Deku, he asks
Keep your eyes on me, ladies.
again, where is everything supposed to be put? And Bakugo, he's just astonished, like just questioning everything about Deku. Just like, so have you ever, like, is your quirk like a strength enhancement or something? And he says, nope.
He's a filthy show-off.
I can essentially turn my limbs into monster parts.
Listen, Daddy, if I want
Or I can turn into a monster, or I can summon that monster.
level of that stupid Houdini. And I got more talent than he'll ever have. Can't talk with food in your mouth in town.
But as a result,
Didn't you catch any of my moves in the duel?
I have a younger form, so I won't look like how I should.
You're lucky I don't rearrange
And he says,
Come on, Yugi, you gotta back me up on this. I was one of the best duelists on the island. I don't wish to intrude, but I couldn't help overhearing you dabble in the game of Duel Monsters. Dabble smabble. Now listen up. If you knew the first thing about Duel Monsters, then you would know all about Bandit Keith, the Intercontinental Champion. The guy was unbeatable, and you should have seen me wipe the floor with him.
Good thing Joey's not a show-off.
I guess modesty must be another talent of Joey's. All right, I'll autograph the card for you. What have we here? Are you Yuki Gizmodo, champion of the duelist kingdom.
But anywho,
A great deal about the way you play the game.
he says, "It is? Show me." He turns his arms into obelisks,
But why don't we play a little game? You can show these
and then he summons the winged dragon of Ra, but like in a smaller form.
A cup and dice are all we need to play the game. Are your talents up to the challenge?
When I beat that dice storm, those girls are gonna be cheering Joey. All right, Devlin, bring it on.
Then let's rock and roll.
But anywho,
Using the power of my mind, I bet I can move the dice into my right hand without touching the cup.
Next, you'll be telling me you can fly around the room. Unless you've got telekinesis, there's no way you can do what you're saying. It's just plain impossible.
You shouldn't underestimate me. Perhaps the dice are already gone.
What?
Beyond your comprehension? Why don't you just look up?
actually, he just hid them up his sleeves.
Joey, no! It's a trick! Huh? It's still there!
I'll take that.
Dumbass.
I moved the dice into my right hand, and I never ever had to touch the cup. That makes me the winner.
Retard. Anywho, if only he had watched some TikToks. Sponsor me, I beg of you. I need some of that money.
I do have one very small.
I have textbook payments. Cough it up, please, I beg of you. But anywho, oh yeah, by the way, like and subscribe if it's your first time here. Because if you didn't know, only about like 15% of you are subscribed. It hurts. But anyhow. So, Deku, at this point, he just throws everything where he feels like it should go. And he says, "Alright, let's go, Saturday." He says, okay. Like, just astonished at what's happened around him.
Fun so pointless. Let's make a little wager. If I win, you'll do whatever I ask for an entire week.
You got it, dicey boy.
But yeah,
You have to do whatever I want you to.
Deku,
Stinking shot.
he goes ahead.
No way I can lose to that show off.
He's toast.
Burnt to a crisp.
He's toast, burnt to a crisp.
You seriously think I'm gonna lose to a guy with a die stuck in his ear? I'm one of the top-ranked players in the whole world. I'm not some snotty-nosed rookie who just brought home his first deck. You're good, Joey, but nothing. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Very well. We'll hold the match today after school. I have a state-of-the-art dueling ring located in my game shop. All right.
Deku.
Of course, you're all invited. I wouldn't want you to miss your friend.
He studies with Bakugo. He gets him caught up.
Why do I think this is
It's about
well?
close to 11. Bakugo's sister, she comes in.
Looks like he spent some major moolah. Too bad he's gonna be closing it down.
And she says,
Joey's heart's in the right
"Where's Kachan?"
Yeah, if his head gets any bigger, he's gonna get stuck in the
No. She says, "Hi, Mom. Where's Kachan?" And she says, "Oh, he's in his room with a friend." And she says, "Okay."
You showed up. The dueling ring is on sub-level.
And she like goes to her room, finding like everything in perfect
Mr. Wheeler.
array.
Use your packs carefully. We'll build our own decks from these new cards.
And
Count the papa. Which pack is the best? Gotta feel the energy. Come on. Oh yeah, get a load of these babies. Joey struck gold.
Did you get some good cards?
Don't worry about it. This match is in the bag.
We shall see.
but anywho,
This place is huge.
and then he
This is the smallest ring in the place, but it does have all the bells and whistles.
Cap, forgetting his yami, yugi, he make a little bitch go, "I like Jibami."
The better the
If you don't catch that line, have you not watched Kaguguru?
live to the entire world. I know my fans will enjoy watching me do
But anywho,
our second best, not second rate.
Second rate.
Deku.
Rate? You're gonna need a second life. Because when I'm through with you, Dookie, there won't be anything left.
Cause he's Dookie.
I've never disappointed my loyal fans yet.
Sorry. But she says, "Hey, Kachan." And Deku, or she says, "Hey, Kachan, hot." And she like sees Deku and he's like talking to Bakugo like this. And he says, "Oh, I take it you're a sister. Nice to meet you. I'm Yugi Moto Aizawa." And she just says, "Hot." And he says, "Huh?" Like, he just goes, "Huh? Excuse me?" And Katsumi, she looks like this.
Sword Hunter in attack mode. Let's slice and dice the dice man. Slammy. Bada bing, bada boom. Your big bad Oni is changing into a chunk of Sword Hunter's armor, raising his attack power by a whopping 200 points. Not bad. Maybe Joey won't embarrass himself after all. Think he's got a shot? Yeah. Hey, you Devlin, why don't you quit before my sword guy messes up your pretty head? I got you just where I want you. You crack me up, boy.
She looks like this.
I play short back in defensive mode. And I lay another card face down
He says, "Alright, well, Bakugo, hopefully that's all you need for the notes. Share them with your sister so that she can be prepared for the upcoming test. Alright? See ya." He throws his jacket on and he walks out.
That's where you're wrong, ponytail. The mad sword beast reduces your life points even if your stinking back was in defense mode.
My dark bat will be going off to the graveyard by himself, thanks to Michizuri.
Mitchie, what?
The Michizuri monster will drag you to your doom.
Ow, that hurts.
But anywho,
One move ahead.
Don't get too cocky, Joey.
Like I said
Deku,
before, I got this match here in the bag. I can
he goes ahead.
loser even in my sleep. I don't know. I think Duke Devlin knows more about this game than he's letting on.
Sorry.
Hope Joey doesn't blow it. Think
But
that
Deku,
save your bully butt? Think it
he leaves and he goes home. And Aizawa, he says, "And where were you?" He says, "Did you not get my text?" He says, "Huh?" He says, "Yeah, I text you." And Aizawa, he looks at his phone to see 12 unread messages. Only 2 from Deku, but 10 from Nezu, asking why the fuck he expelled an entire fucking class.
That Joker get to you?
If you lose, you're gonna have to do whatever he tells you. Don't you
And he was just like, "Well, shit. Son, I think I might get fired." And he says, "You expelled an entire class, didn't you?" He says, maybe. Maybe not." And he just says, "You dumb it." Like, he's like, "Don't you dare call your father that." And he says, "I'll call you whatever you want. Whatever I want. You're my freaking father and I'm taller than you. Elaborate." Like, nigga, I look like I'm the man of the house. Like, he says, "In your other form, you don't." He says, "Nigga, do not make me summon up the shadows." Like, bruh, what the fuck's a man gonna do against currently Dragon of Ra, Silver, Chaos Emperor Dragon, Light Ray, Black Luster Soldier, and Tyranno? Like, the fuck? Like, bruh, these niggas was designed to raise hell. Like, the fuck? But, at this point, Deku, like a little update for his abilities, but at this point he can use, well, he can turn into mostly of obelisk. Well, it's only like his arms and torso, and then like his head. So yeah.
But with the Fairy Meteor Crush card, I can deal my damage directly to your precious life points. No!
Bullshit.
This match was so short. I was hoping for an actual challenge, but it was not meant.
Anyhow.
The only thing that cheers me up is knowing that you'll soon become my servant for an entire week. No!
Deku. He goes ahead. And he
He wiped out all of Joey's goblins.
nah, time skip to next year. Deku and Bakugo, they've gotten a little closer as friends. Katsumi, she has a crush on Deku, but I'm going to be honest, every female in their class does. It's either him or Bakugo. And Deku, he essentially runs that fucking school. Top grades and everything. But yeah, and like that was like the only day that Deku was allowed to use his quirk at school. And now it's like a tradition now for their school. So Deku.
Sorry, guys, I gave my word. You're soft now, Joey. You don't say ouch.
Sorry.
You say woof woof. Okay.
Bruh, look at these fucking Sims.
Bark dog.
Watch your butt. Look at the pool. Sounds like Joey climbing the pool.
The dog suit fits you perfectly, Joey. Now give us your best bark. Woof woof. Good boy.
I would have just went for something like woof, woof. Like bark bark bitch. Yugi. Nigga went straight up. Hey nigga, drip unlocked. The fuck you do?
And when I have defeated you, you will declare Joey a free man again. Excellent.
Bruh, I love how nobody just questions how the fuck this nigga goes from hello sir to yo, oh daughter call me daddy too nigga.
King of games to me. And you will swear on your grandfather's life never to play Duel Monsters again.
That is going too far.
I call that bullshit.
You got too much to lose. This is completely
But
crazy.
anywho,
You can't do it.
Deku,
Stop your yapping.
they say it's that day. And Deku, he's just like, finally. And like all of the girls, they're just like drooling at the thought of Deku in his true form.
Game of choice. Dungeon Dice Monster.
And he's just like, ah, finally. He takes off his jacket. And like all the girls, they just look at this man's like musculature build. And they was just like, what the how does that nigga have 12 abs? Like the fuck? Like they small, but they is like rock hard. Like the fuck? Like and Shoko, she likes Deku like a lot, but she's a tsundere, so yeah. Deku.
Remember our deal, Devlin. I win this and you let Joey go. More dog suits, more demand.
He's just sitting in class in like the final year. And so the teacher, he says, I know all you want to be heroes, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. Anywho, Deku,
Dungeon Dice
Bro, I just looked into the heart and soul of my dog, and he got scared.
If you want to win, you're gonna have to
He just sat down quietly.
let's get started.
But, anywho,
Pretty straightforward.
Deku.
Lost already? Relax, I'll walk you through it. That's your dice pool. Select 15 dice from it to use for the game. I'd give you some tips on which to pick, but being the master gamer that you are, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
But, anywho.
With all these different colors and designs, it's hard to know which ones to choose. Hurry up now, I got mine already. I'm ready too. Good. Now here's how it works.
But,
These dice are gonna
he goes ahead.
and just like you shuffle your deck, we shuffled it
No,
like this.
quit. But, anywho.
The dice automator will randomize your 15 dice. You get 3 dice per round. You roll all 3 at the same time, and then you get to make your move depending on
Ah,
more about that.
this shit ain't fun.
Take the 3 die out of the auto patch. Okay.
Like, nigga, this ain't fun.
In this case, we have heart points. They're like life points.
Stop!
Only get 3. That's it. And whoever loses all 3 of their hearts first is out.
But,
Game
Deku.
on.
What game on? Yugi just now learned the rules.
Yeah, that's probably just how duplex. Thanks, Lee.
Woof. Like, nigga just nonchalantly went, woof. Sorry. But, oof! And the fat bitch hop on him. But, anywho, Deku, he's walking home from school. Sledge monster. He attacks him. Deku, he just says, Tyrannos. And, like, a small version of Tyrannos comes. And, like, he goes, munch. Man went straight up 8 defense. But Deku, he goes ahead and he goes ahead.
I can construct a route my monsters can use to get to your heart points. Oh, I get it. The way to destroy your opponent's heart.
It's like chess.
Your monsters close enough to attack the hearts directly. So the more dice that I can dimensionalize and turn into dungeon path.
But Deku, he just throws that motherfucker in the bottom. He gives Tyrannos a quick pet, and he says, "Good job, boy."
Right, if you win. If. I'm counting on you, buddy. If there's anyone
And gives him half of the Subway sandwich he was eating.
We're with you, Yugi.
Yeah, all the way, buddy.
And
The king of game.
he's like, "Oh hey, Uncle Mike," and he's like, "I wasn't going to say anything." And Yugi Shonenda. And he says,
Free crests. Yeah.
"But
The level
here,
of dice you threw were way too high. Sorry, didn't I mention that different dice had different levels? This is how it works.
no the
Six
fuck
types
you
of
didn't."
crests on the surfaces of these dice. Summon, movement, magic, attack, defense, and trap crests. How often each of these crests appears on a dice depends on that dice's level. The level 2 dice that I just used had 3 summon crests on each, so it was easy for me to roll 2 of them. But the easier a monster is to summon, the weaker he is. Okay, now look carefully at your dice, Yugi.
They each have only one summon crest.
Right, and that makes it much more difficult for you to roll a pair of them. Of course, had you, it'd have been a very strong monster. Still, I'm of the opinion that in the early stages of the game, it's better to go for a low-level sure thing. After all,
Sorry,
the odds of summoning a monster
but
with high-level dice
Deku. So he goes ahead, hands it to All Might, and then he proceeds to go home. Now for the 10 months of training,
Sorry, Yugi.
he's just chilling with Aizawa.
Your disposal. You're gonna
They watch movies. Deku. He trains some more.
just started, and I'm
And then Deku, being well, Deku,
This ain't fair, dude.
You should have told me
he goes ahead,
before the game started.
This different dice level stuff changes
and
everything.
then
You should start the game fresh. If it were someone else, maybe, but not the king of games. He'll be okay.
but not Yami Yugi.
Go.
But
dice
anywho,
roll. Yes, another 2 summoning crests.
this motherfucker.
Will extend, and now I'll have 2 monsters on the field.
Anywho,
Dimension the dice and unlock.
Deku,
Renzo.
he goes ahead.
Dungeon map is getting closer.
Stop!
Hard points, and I'm not even on the board yet. I'm coming for you, Yugi. And since I just rolled a movement crest too, I
Venom, sit,
my monster even further along the dungeon pathway.
sit.
Oh, FYI, if you don't want to use the crests you rolled, you can save them for later in your
But
crest pool.
anywho,
Now go ahead. It's your turn. Go, dice roll.
Deku,
Matching crests. Nothing again, huh?
he goes.
Maybe you ought to try blowing on him for good luck. My turn now. Go! Dice roll! Well, would you look at that? It's another
And
summoning.
he's just like jacking around at Bakugo's house one day.
And I'll use the movement crest I rolled to advance him. My roll now. At last, 2 summoning crests. I can play a monster. No, you can't. You rolled 2 summoning crests, but their levels aren't the same. It doesn't count.
The fuck?
It's my turn again. Ooh, level 4 dice. They were too hot for you to handle, but let's see how I can do. Go, dice roll!
This some old bullshit.
Oh, what can I say? I guess Lady Luck has got the hots for old Duke Devlin, like everyone else. I mean, what is that? 4 summonings in a row?
Nigga, use the motherfucking cheater. Don't even give me that bullshit.
Chest. This is an item summoning Yugi, but more on that a bit later. Now roll. No, another miss. You know, maybe we should change the title from the King of Games to the King of Legends. I mean, at this rate,
Off.
I'll have you beat even before you're on the board.
Sorry.
I knew that you weren't the real deal.
You know, but yeah, my dog keep messing with me. But
Yes! Another summon.
sit.
I'll have a monster right by your heart points. Dimension the dice! Check it out. The 13th grade. The 13th grade is just 3 squares away from being able to attack me. I have to
Get off.
take him out.
Ah.
Hard point for sure. Come on, let's go. Our audience is waiting. And soon they're gonna see you for what you really are. A loser who could have never truly beaten Pegasus. This is it.
Actually, he did.
The odds are
You dumb bitch.
it's possible to roll 2 summon crests here.
But
Same way I believe
sorry y'all for all the interruptions, by the way. I felt because this shit gonna get dragged out. But anywho, Deku, he occasionally visits
summon crest.
Bakugo's house. They chill. They play video games like COD or like Mortal Kombat, some shit like that. You feel me?
Level 4 summon crests.
And then
Now I can
Deku,
finally summon a monster and spend my heart points. Dimension the dice.
he goes ahead.
The mighty mage. And next, I'll access my crest pool dice and use a movement crest to move my mage 1 space forward so he can launch an attack against the 13th grade. Lightning staff.
Gotcha, bitch. But anyhow, Deku, he goes ahead.
Knowing this game and all of its rules may have given you the
And
advantage in assembling your crew
Deku,
against me. But now, I have a monster of my own.
he goes ahead. And he decides, I'm just use the recommendation that Aizawa gave him. And so he's just sitting there watching the people that are taking the test. And then Nezu, he sends out the 0-pointer. Deku, he really doesn't think very much is gonna happen. Deku, he goes ahead. And he's just watching. He's like, the girl's gonna get killed. Shut off the 0-pointer, Nezu. Nezu, he presses it. Doesn't shut off. Press off, Nezu. Nezu's just like, I'm pressing this shit. It ain't working, nigga. Deku, he just puts his, sorry. Conveniently forgot to mention. Yes.
Cool. Some low-level dice. I knew I had at least a few of these. It should be easier to summon now. Go! Dice roll! Alright, 2 crests. Dimension the dice!
Bitch.
The Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. Now you have 2 monsters of mine to contend with, Devlin. Not for long, Yugi. It's my turn.
But
You failed to summon anything.
anyhow,
Whoever said I was trying to summon a monster on this roll?
What?
Deku,
Are you dense? Remember what I said about playing
he
my
goes
Lizard in just the right way?
So then
to Bakugo's window.
special attack.
That's kinda right.
And he's like going there.
Special attack requires 4.
And like Bakugo and them, they're not home, but Katsumeshi is.
Which I did. So now I'll use a movement press to position my blast lizard. And next, use my
Oh man, this is my photos. Don't care. Let me help myself out. It makes things strangely convenient, I'm going to be honest.
another summoning. And with level 3 dice as well.
Dimension the dice.
But anywho,
Dark Assailant! And now I'll dip into my press fluid.
she was getting dressed, and like Deku, he had walked in, and he said, "Hey Bakugo, oh my god!" And he was just like looking, and he was just like,
Take your turn. Nothing
shit.
to help you get out of this mess.
And he went, crap, do not arise!
Maybe we'll find a way to pull it off. And I'm the one who invented the game.
Yeah, all males, we get the joke. If you're female and you get the joke, either A, you've had enough boyfriends to know, or you just understand physiology. But yeah, men's second brain went straight. Motherfucker, you don't make my fucking rules. Shut up. Boing! Nigga done went ahead and jump.
I dedicated my life to creating dungeon dice monsters. I spent all of my free time perfecting its gameplay and fine-tuning its rules. And when I was finished, it was clear that I had created something truly remarkable. I decided I had to send it to the only man who could possibly appreciate it, Pegasus. A couple of days passed, but I didn't hear anything from that great game master until I got this crazy email. He said he'd read my proposal. I couldn't believe my eyes. He said he
But
would fly me out on his personal helicopter so that we could discuss the game in person. Yeah. The
Deku,
very next day, I was brought to Pegasus's island, Duelist Kingdom. I could hardly believe it. All my hard work.
he goes ahead.
I was gonna meet my idol, Maximilian Pegasus.
He goes ahead.
Pegasus immediately challenged me to a game of dungeon dice monsters. I expected him to be good, but he was phenomenal. It was his first time playing created it. I was amazed with his skills. Looks like I win.
Yeah, cause the nigga cheats.
You're good.
But anywho,
Devlin boy, I must say this Dungeon Dice Monsters game is really something. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And together, we'll see to it that the whole world does as well. Partner?
Oh, I'd be
But-
honored, Mr. Pegasus. And with that,
Deku.
the deal was sealed. He told me we'd draw up the official contract after he finished hosting a dueling tournament that was about to take place on his island. The tournament that you were headed to, Yugi. And ever since you beat him there, I haven't been able to contact him at all. Everything that I worked for was shattered that day, and it's all
But,
your
Deku.
fault. You don't know what kind of man
he says sorry.
he was a great man.
And he's like bright red, and he like turns around and he says, "Is Buck go home?" She says, "No, Yugi." And he says, "Oh, where's he at?" And she says, "They're at the beach. I was planning on going there with them, but I was getting dressed, and that's then when you came up." He says, yeah, "Sorry, I shouldn't have just came in like that." And she says, "It's fine if it's you." And Deku, he hears that last part. Man's going straight up. Maximum ping.
I rolled 2 level 3 summon crests. That's another monster for me. Dimension the dice and unlock.
But yeah. So Deku, he goes ahead. And so, sorry, but sorry, y'all. Go let family in house. Stupid dog. What? I know when, and y'all were coming home a little while ago.
Come on, get your shit. Let's go.
That's what? Where are we going?
Why are you letting chew everything up? Chew up Gunner's fucking shoe thing. What a fucking babysitter you are.
But it wasn't a baby.
You're supposed to be watching the dog.
Yeah, but the dog's not a
Come
baby.
on, let's go.
So why would you call me a baby? Where's my other shoe?
You're supposed to be watching the fucking dog, Hayden.
Where's my other shoe?
No idea where your shoe is. You just get this water?
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna end this video off right here. So this is part 0.5. Excuse what I said earlier.